closed-minded people are not the happiest. I'm not gonna be like stuck in point A because it didn't work out. No, if it didn't work out, you gotta go to point B. Like, see how that works for me. Be able to get comfortable in that mentality where it can happen. Doesn't mean it is. You just have to be prepared that it can happen. Not the onion in the bag. Hey y'all, it is Not That Faye back at again with another video, and something real quick. I just wanted to share some life update and then like a thought that I've been thinking. Like I go to work and I just think about these phrases and they stay stuck in my head, and I'm just really wanting to share my insight and thoughts on that life update. Everything's been pretty good. We have been learning a lot about people that we are surrounding ourselves, and just like it's beyond crazy the things that people are capable of. It is good, you know, we're just taking it day by day, but still doing what we gotta do. And one thing that I have noticed is there's a lot of closed-mindedness in this world, and it's really sad to see that, because people make it a problem because they want to. People see what they want to see because that's what they want. Like the whole thing why I wanted to make these videos, because I have had this phrase stuck in my head and I just see it and I say it in my head every day now. It's like closed-minded people are not the happiest. Closed-minded people are the least happiest, in my opinion, because they really try not to see the other versions that may happen or the other perspectives that people may carry, because at the end of the day, someone else's perspective may not be better, but it may, and it's just to be able to accept shit is more easier. Like once you become more open-minded little by little, you start to see how easy it is to accept things and how to go about life with that perspective, because there is just a lot of people that I have noticed, they just see shit that they want to see. They make things up because that's all they know and that's all they want to know. You can grow up from a certain background and still change your ways, because sometimes changing your ways is something needed. Like as humans, we are naturally meant to adapt, and I feel like people don't see that. I see people that are like growing way older. They're old enough to know that there should be differences made already. Like the world is already so different from when they were younger, and they still somewhat still have that same mindset, and it's pretty sad. So I have just been thinking about this thing. Like I've been thinking about how closed-minded people just want it a certain way and they are never happy, and they just want to make everyone around them miserable, whether it be intentional or unintentional, but it's because they just want it that way. They want to see the way that they want to see, and there's no need to bash someone for that. There's no need to bash someone just because they have a certain, just one specific way of the way they look at life. But at the same time, don't let those kind of people get to you, because I know how easy it is for their perspectives to influence yours. My goal is to try to change the way that people see in a good way, because I don't like to assume shit about people. Like little things, like I can meet someone and they make these very invasive comments or they act a certain way, and I am no one to judge them, so I don't judge them. I try to see the way they see life, and I feel like that's very crucial for growth, because if you keep it a certain way your whole life, you will not know how to expand your opportunity for growth. You will not know what is this, what is that. I have seen enough to know. I still have a lot more to know, but I've seen enough to where staying one way is not the way. Like you're always gonna have to evolve for different types of growth: financial growth, physical growth, mental growth. We gotta change every fucking day. Like every day is something new. Every week, every month, every year, it's something different. Despite the way that people may have, you may have a certain routine on your day to day, but there's always something new for you to change, something for you to adapt to. And a lot of these people that I've been seeing lately that have this closed-mindedness opinions, like these closed-minded judgmental criticism, it's good to be critical, you know. It's good to criticize in certain ways that will benefit the person you're criticizing. Like there's a difference between, you know, having a certain opinion or a certain advice. You know, there's good and there's bad. I noticed with the closed-minded people, they can see a certain person that lives a different life from them, and they will assume the most about that person just because of where they come from or how they live their lives or how they look, and they will assume the most, not knowing, trying to put themselves in someone else's shoes. I feel like you sometimes gotta put yourself in other people's shoes just so you can get a better understanding, is that the way that you see it may not be as easy as you think you say. I don't know, I just really want to have this channel to be like serious topics but also spooky, a little bit of everything. I'm trying to go live and trying to be like, I don't want to be too professional, like I don't even want to be professional, period. I just want to share like my deep thoughts that I've been having this week, and then doing like little vlogs here and there. It's really hard. Like, I'm kind of hungover right now, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I got hungover off a few beers. That is how lightweight I am, because I chugged these beers in the span of like 30 minutes. I drank a couple beers and I just woke up like, oh, I don't feel like a bad hangover, but I just don't feel good. And I made some brunch because we kind of woke up a little bit late. It's a Sunday. We're doing laundry. My man's in the laundry room and I'm here. I was doing some laundry. I was cleaning up after breakfast, and it's just, the time has been going hella fast. It's already 3 p.m. on a Sunday and I still cannot believe how fast time goes. Anyways, I don't know, I'm in this stage in my life where I feel so liberated. Like, I have so many things that I want to accomplish and I'm gonna accomplish. It's just gonna take time, and I'm accepting that. You know, sometimes people want it a certain way, like right away, and then they just stop doing it because they just don't want to commit to the patience and commitment of something. And it's really hard, you know, for everyone, even myself, to be committed to something whether it be a routine or a habit. It's really, really hard, and I'll admit that it's hard to commit because I really want to be working out, be more active. But honestly, my job does give me a lot of cardio. I do a couple thousand steps that I would not do, and I feel different. Like, I feel more moving, like a lot of things are just changing, and I feel like I'm at that point in my life where I feel so able. That's just the way I can describe myself. This year is such a good, it started off so crazy, but I know things happen for a reason. Whether you're religious or not, you gotta know that things are meant to happen, whether you admit it or not, because I feel like we are all destined. We all have these different paths, like we all have different outcomes, and it's up to us to decide which one is the best for us. I see a lot of people that, again, close-minded people, that they just assume that things are just going to be the way they are because that's how they accept it. They don't accept that there can be change. They don't accept that there can be a different outcome. They don't accept a lot of things, and that's what keeps them in the same point where they are in life. And that's okay. Like, I am not here to judge, criticize, or assume things about you for being close-minded. Trying to be a little bit more open-minded than the day you were before can be very impactful. A lot of people have been really shocked at the amount of, I'm just gonna say it like this, a lot of people are really shocked of how optimistic I've been with this whole situation of moving again states, like moving back and forth, and this whole change that's happened. I'm not even gonna speak anymore on what happened at the beginning of the year because I don't want to be talking about this shit no more. I'm over it. I'm better. I feel like sometimes if we speak too much on the past, it's gonna prolong our certain progress. It's gonna make our progress be longer. And I'm just wanting to talk about like the future and like thoughts that I'm currently having. I am just in a whole thought process right now because there's these people that I see like these past couple of days online, in person, that are just so, I don't know what's the word, maybe like bundled in their own thought, that they don't try to assume that there are different things to think about. And that's okay. You know, it's everyone thinks differently, but I feel the best advice that I've learned is all these things I always talk about. I always talk about this shit all the time because it's true. It's literally the top 2 things that I live by. I know there's another one, but I just always remember these. Every time I have a new thought or a new idea on what I want for the future, I always say I'd rather deal with an oh well than what if. Oh well, this went great. Oh well, this didn't go great. I'd rather have that oh well than what if this happened? What if that? What if this? I was more closed in on these what if. Being a what if kind of person kind of makes you a closed-minded person because you're just thinking about something that hasn't even happened yet. You're not even trying to explore the new opportunity you can give yourself for the future. I'd rather be in that, oh well, I didn't. I tried. Oh well, it went great. Oh well, at least I did it. Oh well, it's not good, but oh well. I'd rather live like that now. Because the old Nat would have not have been able to move states and tried. I say, oh well, that didn't work out, but let me move to this. I'm not afraid anymore because I'm letting myself give myself a push, to be open-minded, because I now know how things are gonna work out doing those things. If it doesn't work out, I go to the other thing that I want to do. I'm not gonna be like stuck in point A because it didn't work out. No, if it didn't work out, you gotta go to point B. Like, see how that works for me. Another thing that I'm really, like, I live by, I think I always will live by this, is learning to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. And I did a video about this, like, talking about it in a documentary that I posted a while ago. I posted a documentary about a breakup that I went through a few years ago, and I had literally, prior to that, like, breakup, me finding out I got cheated on, I had watched this video about Leo Skepi, and someone else mentioned it. I don't know who, but I would watch these videos, and sometimes when you watch these motivational videos, they make you more open-minded because you're more aware. Being more aware and accepting of things, it's life is easier like that. The way that I can explain how to be comfortable with the uncomfortable is that you have to expect nothing but everything at the same time. Like, you could be having a stable life, stable job, stable relationship, and then 1 minute you get cheated on. 1 minute you lose your house, you lose your job, you lose everything. You gotta be able to get comfortable in that mentality where it can happen. Doesn't mean it is. You just have to be prepared that it can happen, and that's okay. Things happen, and there's no, and also the moment that you stop questioning the universe or whoever you believe in God, the minute you stop questioning, it also makes life a lot more easier. Like, living by these things helped me go to where I'm at mentally. Like, I'm a lot more understanding that things can go wrong and you're gonna be okay, because every fucking problem you have is temporary. I like to watch these kind of videos. Like, that's why I want to make these kind of videos, because I feel like what I learned from these videos, I want to share and push those messages out, because I feel like that's an essential part of mental growth, and every kind of growth you need. Is the best way I can say is accept it. Accept that there's change. Accept that there's different outcomes, because if you keep thinking about that one thing and it doesn't work out and you're just like bummed out, no, make a new plan. And do something different about it, because people are always trying to figure out the fucking way that they think is the right way. Nothing is the right way, nothing is the wrong way. We just gotta figure out the way that we need. I see a lot of people that are hella miserable, that are beyond miserable, and they want to make everyone else around them miserable. Change of environment, change of thought process is needed to be happy in general and grow. People forget that sometimes. We can be happy when we are appreciating the little things, when you do a small difference in your day to day, because people think that, oh, just because you don't make people try to make big goals and that's it. No. The way that you can reach those big goals is starting a little change of mentality. Change your habits, change the way you think, change the way you look at life. And that's already a goal that you met without even realizing. You don't even realize, hey, like, I'm happier now because I can accept shit. I can change the way I think. Every time you change a certain way that you think, you're one step closer to achieving things that you didn't even know you wanted to achieve. I am just honestly at that point where I don't want to be closed-minded ever again, because being closed-minded is what made me procrastinate, made me hold off a lot of things. And I'm still working on procrastinating too, because procrastination is one big thing that holds you from being closer to where you need to be. But anyways, I don't want to make this a long video, because I have shit to do. And I just wanted to put that message out there. Just don't be closed-minded. Try to be a little bit more open-minded. So maybe you can, or if you know someone that is closed-minded, try to not be like that, because it it's harder to be happier when you only see life one way. If you see life with different different outcomes in different ways, you're gonna be a lot more happy and more accepting of things. Life becomes way more easier when you do that. People forget that, and that's, it's okay, but we just gotta slowly try to be more understanding and aware of things like that. So just wanted to share that thought process. It may have been all over the place, but that's just my channel. Like, I don't like to take notes unless I have to, but I'm just sharing everything that's been in my brain. Like, there's so much that is in my brain, guys, that I don't know how to put it on a paper. Sometimes I look at the camera and I don't know what I'm gonna say, and that really bums me out. But then sometimes I'm like, I'm not gonna think about it, I'm just gonna say what I feel, and that's it. Like, I'm gonna be more upfront. I like to be more aware, more upfront about everything that I'm thinking about, because I feel more relieved, more relaxed when I do what I say I'm gonna do. I'm also gonna be posting other videos, like spooky content. There are a lot of things that are in the process right now, and I'm very excited for what's to come this year. Like, this year is gonna be our year, and for everyone watching this is gonna be our fucking year, bitch. So just please stay committed to your mind and thought process. But if you guys somewhat enjoyed this video, or if you guys did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. This channel, just be prepared for any kind of video. You could be getting a spooky video, a serious talk down video, a funny video, a little bit of everything. I have a lot of plans. I'm very beyond excited for what's to come on this channel. Always am. There's always change in this channel, so that's why I always say I'm excited for what's to come, because you don't really know what kind of versions are gonna appear of myself. I have so many different versions of myself here, and that's okay. I don't like to be the same every fucking day. Like, I have tired moments, I have funny moments, I have serious moments, breakdown moments, spooky moments. Everything here is possible. So yeah, just stay tuned, and thanks for watching.